Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime. And don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
'26 PIHL All-Star Sunday continues here on TenbandTV. The second of two Class A All-Star games and our third of the afternoon here at RMU on the island. Matt Vandriak, center ice with you here for this one. Welcome in, Kevin Zalmanski. And welcome back from Canada McMillan, Braden Crone. As, we have some changes for this one.
The only constant is change, Matt.
Indeed. We got some roster moves. The original gold team only had 9 players. So we have 4 guys who are moving from the blue roster to the gold roster. Nobody's wearing gold jerseys, by the way, just so you know that. Just thought I'd mention that.
We're just using late colors. Don't get upset about it already, all right?
It's too late for that.
I know it is.
After I called the entire first game with the teams backwards, a little bit late for that.
Yeah, don't worry. I was there with you, though.
I'm trying to lower the temperature of the play-by-play guy who gets a tendency to get a little bit excited.
We will get the intros for the players once they're all on the ice, and then we're going to have some guys that moved around as well due to changes. So we'll get that going here.
A lot of players are with their amateur teams. It's Nationals weekend, and so they're scattered, they're traveling. Everything is in flux because this whole thing was in flux due to the 10 inches of snow back on January 28th or 29th.
22nd, 23rd, yeah.
Whatever that last weekend of January. If I get out my calendar, maybe I would have saw it.
It was the 24th.
But so
here's how it works. To our right is the gold team who are wearing the light jerseys. Is that right, Dustin? I'm sorry, that's the blue team.
Yeah, blue to the right, wearing white.
Okay, there we go. Blue's wearing... Let's just throw this down here for the intros here. Thank you. Here's Austin McLean.
Welcome to the RMU on Sports Center for the 2026 PIHL All-Star Games. Tonight, the PIHL presents the 2026 PIHL Class A Gold Division All-Star Game. Do it now. Let's meet our All-Stars. First for Team Gold, Head Coach Paul Butnetti. Assistant Coaches Chris Chusano and Jeremy Swegman. players. Number 2 from Wheeling Catholic, Rowan Parker. Oh, he's not here. From Westmont Hilltop, number 3, Gunnar Montanaro. Number 8 from Chartiers Valley, Jackson Corey. Oh, there he is. From Chartiers Valley, number 14, Vinny Vanero. From North Hills, number 17, Blake Kunkel. From Avonworth, number 20, Cooper Powell. From Westmont Hilltop, number 15, Colin Carlson. From North Hills, number 31, Parker Tallarico. From Chartiers Valley, number 39, Ben Waldron. From Chartiers Valley, number 40, Austin Tornabeni. From North Hills, number 45, Chris Mushar. From South Park, number 57, Jack Palafonis. From Avonworth, number 72, Andrew Hetchko. From Avonworth, number 74, Linus Jasanowski. From Avonworth, number 78, Austin Zagowski. From North Hills, number 81, Cole Hunt. From Chartiers Valley, number 95, Dylan Shamunsky. And from Greensburg Salem, number 97, Ace Klingensmith. That is Team Gold. And now let's meet Team Blue.
Let's go, Max.
Head coach Cam Radna. Assistant coach Steve Myers. From Butler, number 8, Lucas Hensler. From Mars, number 9, Grant Weaver. From West Bay, number 13, Noah Figley. From Mars, number 15, Jack Turch. From Butler, number 16, Seamus Griffith. From South Park, number 22, Andrew Costello. From Greensburg Salem, number 28, Jeremiah Falk. From Mars, number 30, Carter Gallagher. From Butler, number 31, Harper Slater. From Butler, number 33, Anthony Trumbat. From Butler, number 34, Jace Renwick. From Mars, number 50, Xavier Basola. From Greensburg Salem, number 55, Luke Dieter. From West Bay, number 61, John Wineland. From Mars, number 64, Matthew Ateshian. And from West Bay, number 96, Chase Knoll. And that is Team Gold.
All-Star Sunday continues here on TenbandTV. Here are your player intros from Austin McLean as we get ready for this mishmash of teams, as we've had 4 guys move. Originally, Gunnar Montanaro, Colin Carlson, Jack Califeris and Ace Klingensmith were supposed to be on the blue team. They are not going to play in the gold team instead because due to nationals and travel, the gold team in the dark jerseys were short a lot of players. So we have some changes in the roster, as you know. We'll pause for our national anthem.
For the playing of our national anthem.
National anthem here from the RMU Island Sports Center. And we're going to get a couple interviews here before, well, these guys warm up. So let's welcome in first from Blackhawk, goaltender Matt Hofer. Matt, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
And let's welcome from Canada McMillan, forward Michael Trainer. Welcome, Michael.
How you doing? How you doing?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Doing good.
You guys did very well on the ice out there as you led your team to a victory. Matt, you've been playing more than you thought. The third goaltender was out this afternoon, so you end up playing more than half the game. We talked about this in the last game. Goaltending is pressureful enough, but in an all-star game, sometimes you kind of get hung out to dry. You had a strong performance out there. You didn't give any goals. Talk about how it went for you today.
Yeah, thank you. It was a lot of fun just hanging out with the boys. Got in early, got some quick shots, and just had some fun, go out, play loose. No pressure out there for an all-star game. Always try to come loose and just have fun and just, play a game I love.
Michael, both of you guys, you were well represented team-wise. So we noticed when the game started there were 3 Big Macs, 2 Blackhawk defenders, and a Blackhawk goaltender. Does it make it easier for you guys when you're out there with your teammates? Because especially on special teams, you guys looked in sync. The other team with the players kind of mixed together, not so much.
Yeah, I mean, we all just want one goal, and that's just to win the game at the end of the day. It definitely helps having people that you played with over and over, time and time again.
So you guys, for the season, we were talking with one of your teammates, with Braden, who worked the previous game with me. You guys, for Canada McMillan, you dropped down to 1A this year and had a really good run through the regular season. What was your season like? Talk about your team a little bit and about your individual work this year, too.
We were like a really hard, gritty defensive team. We kept pucks out the net. We had a great goalie, Aiden Bobs. Great leadership group for Canada Mac, and we couldn't get it done, sadly, but, I mean, it was a great season for us.
Matt, you guys had a pretty good run as well. You had some good offense in front of you through the season, but in the playoffs, sometimes you catch a hot goaltender, and that's the way that the season kind of ends. Talk about the Blackhawk team this year and what you guys did, because for a long time, Blackhawk was a co-op promotion, and now you guys are a 1A team and a playoff team as well.
Yeah, it's just really cool. When my older brother came in, it was the first year we were pure, and just watching the team grow and develop and just becoming better every year, one after another. We're a smaller school, so we're a really tight-knit group. Just always, come have fun. It's just really special with the team we have on the ice there.
Now, originally the All-Star games were supposed to be back in January. Snowmageddon stopped that from happening. How do you guys feel about the All-Star games at the end of the season? You guys like this format?
Yeah, I like it. It's cool. Just, the season's done. There's no rivalry really anymore. Just come out, have a lot of fun. No hard feelings after the season.
Yeah,
Michael, what do you think?
You just come out, play, have fun, leave it all. I mean, it's last game, so might as well.
Are both you guys seniors?
Yeah.
So we'll start with you, Matt. What are your plans after high school? What are you looking to do?
I'm going to Penn State University. I'll try out for the club team. Hopefully I make it, but going for marketing, business.
Business and marketing. Michael, what do you have on the agenda?
I'm hoping to play Cal U.
Cal U's got a good pipeline with the PIHL players, so you got a pretty good history, and they've probably seen you guys a couple of times too, since you're kind of in the same rink down that way too.
Yep.
With it being your senior year, for both of you guys, just kind of tell me, what's been your best memory? Matt, you want to start? What was your best memories through your career and also through this season?
think the best memory is just in the locker room with the boys, you know. Just a lot of fun, hanging out every time. I want to shout out JT DeRose. He's a glue guy. I love JT. It's a lot of fun, always.
I'm gonna say the same thing. Locker room. I'm gonna give a shout out to the corner in the locker room that I was with. Made the vibes good every day, kept it up high, and we were buzzing.
Is it, as seniors, and as good, both you guys' senior programs kind of changed, especially with Canemek. You guys went from triple to double down to A, and then as you mentioned, you know, a smaller program, but you guys building it into a pure program, and then eventually building it into a playoff contender. What's your road's been like? Like, what have you seen change, and have you guys kind of become more leaders as your careers went on?
I feel like I definitely have. Both my older brothers were captains, so I really just look up to them and just try to take some of that leadership from them. And as the years went on, just getting more comfortable with it, just, you know, helping out my teammates, anything I can.
Michael?
As far as being in AAA, dropping down, I mean, we handled it pretty well. I mean, we battled. I mean, great defensive team. We handled it pretty well, and it brought us stronger together, dropping us down.
Anything you guys want to add or you want to say or you want to mention as you finish up your PIHL careers here today?
I just want to thank everyone. Just so much fun. This is the most fun year I've ever had for all of hockey for both teams I was on. Just thank you.
Thank you, CM Hockey. Shout out my teammates. Love you, boys.
Michael, one more thing, too. You're going to go to Cal U. What are you going to major in?
I'm hoping political science.
Political science and some hockey. So both you guys are going to play some hockey, though, the next level, then.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. This is Matt Hofer. That's Michael Trainer. Appreciate you guys joining us. Two of the All-Stars from the opening 1A game. And we will have the face-off here, the next one for you in just a minute here on TenbandTV. Thanks again, fellas. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good job. Nice job. Yep. Two good guys. Good effort, too. If we were giving out stars, Matt Hofer would have definitely got a star. Hofer had a shutout. Matt gave up no goals in that All-Star game. That's a rarity, Kevin, for All-Star games. A goaltender not giving up any, especially when there's only two guys playing, because the third goaltender for their team was unable to go. So Matt played almost 2/3 of the game. We got the other goalie with 7 minutes left in the second period. He gave up no goals all night.
Unusual because defense is typically optional in an All-Star game. No one's looking to deliver any body contact. It's just, you know, let the offensive skills be on display. So good for him to not allow any. He can have those bragging rights, Matt.
Absolutely. So we're back at it here. Matt Vandriak, Kevin Zolmansky, and Braden Crone with me here. Braden just finishing up his senior year on Canon McMillan. Just a first for me. It's the first time I've ever had a player and a coach do the same broadcast with me in all of my years of doing this. So even 21 years in, you find something new.
We have to challenge you, Matt. I mean, that's the way it is. It's getting too easy for you, so we're challenging you with some new.
Oh, we've been challenged today, my friend. We've been challenged today. Braden did a great job stepping in. Braden finishing up his senior year at Canon McMillan. He's going to Point Park next year. He wants to be one of us, Kevin. He wants to be here and be a part of this next year, I think. Braden, what do you think? You want to join us next year for? What do we have next year? We might have some football, might have some basketball, but we'll definitely have some hockey.
Oh, I'd love to. You know, I mainly want to go in for hockey. I've been playing hockey forever. I've loved hockey, so hockey's the most pursued for me right now. But I'd do anything, honestly. I think this would be great. I love doing this stuff.
Talk about getting thrown right into the fire. We just dropped him right in here. How's that? Braden, you want to do color for the first game? Sure. There we are. Now for the second game, Kevin, the Scorpions once said, listen to the winds of change. I'm not going to sing because my voice is a little crappy today.
That's a good song.
Yeah. But we're not at Dorky Park. We are at RMU, and we have a lot of changes.
I think it's Gorky Park.
Is it Gorky Park? Yeah, whatever.
Gorky Park's over in Russia.
Dorky Park's around here.
I want to do the whistle intro for you. That's a great intro. Braden doesn't know what we're talking about. That's too old of a song for him.
Yeah, I lost him with some of the 80s hockey players, too. I got him back at Darius Kasparaitis, though.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. So here it is. The blue team is the white jerseys moving right to left to get this party started. The gold team wearing the dark jerseys, a mix of, well, pretty much everything. As Austin Dudovsky, first shot, save made, rebound pushed wide. A lot of changes on the original gold team roster due to nationals and travel commitments. So we'll get it to you. Austin McLean gave you the intros. You definitely can see most of that. Pasola plays it off Szymanski's shoulder in the slot. Jesenowski's shot blocked, and Jesenowski ends up going down. So we are a very well-represented Avonworth bunch out here, who were the Class A runners-up to Quaker Valley. The Avonworth team that, Kevin, I saw earlier in the playoffs, and They were scoring chili goals with hot sauce and some fries.
Yeah, that was one of the surprises, the way the Quakers bottled up the Antelopes in that offense, and had been humming so well throughout the playoffs. But they did such a good job, did the Quakers, and that's why now they're the 2026 single-A state champs.
And for the first time since 2011, Braden and I bragged on this a little bit, the PIHL sweeps the Pennsylvania Cup.
I was part of that 2011.
I remember. I believe I called your Penguins Cup game in 2011. It was when you guys beat Peters Township, right, in 2A?
Yes, downtown at the arena.
Yeah, at the PPG Paints. Then Consol Energy Center, wrister there, and a blocker save made. Got our goaltending matchups here for you. First, the net to our right, we have Harper Slater from Butler. Slater was 6-5-0 in the regular season, 3.2 goals against average, and an .881 save percentage. And the net to our left is Ben Waldron from Chartiers Valley. Waldron 13-4-0 in the regular season, 1.91 goals against average, .908 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. The good old days, Kevin. I don't think Braden was born yet. Now that we think about it, maybe he was a couple years old.
Yeah.
2011?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was born then.
You were 3. 2?
Oh, yeah, 3. I would have been 3.
Yeah. Kevin was winning championships before they built a shrine to him out in Harmerville. If you're ever out there, we'll show you that next time.
There's no shrine. He just keeps going on that. But Braden, I don't know what it says about Matt, but he's hanging out at a dorky park. That seems like a whole different story we need to hear about later.
I said Doherty Park, which I think is somewhere like West Virginia.
Okay. Well, that you spent some time in the Mountaineer State.
I did. A lot of time. I never went to that park, though. All these years, I swear to God, was saying Doherty Park, and he said it's something different.
Only part
I was talking about 36 years ago, and now I finally know what the lyrics are. You were not alive 36 years ago, Braden. That I do know.
No, I was nowhere near there.
Unless it was reincarnation. You're not listening to the winds of change. That's for sure.
He just wants to know what he got himself into between the two of us now. Braden, we've been doing this a long time, so.
Hey, I'm excited to be here, though. This is going to be fun.
We're glad to have you. Point shot, deflection, save made. Good try in front. Better stop made by Ben Waldron. This is a stacked version of this Class A All-Stars as well. The Avonworth and Chartiers Valley contingent, very impressive. And those were 2 very impressive teams. Both teams, Kevin, we get an icing call here, that end up falling in the playoffs to Quaker Valley. I actually had that game between QV and CV up at the Barrel Complex.
Overtime.
Yeah, an overtime game, and that was the game-winning goal by, where did he go? I know he's here tonight. You got to find him.
On the roster. It's on the other roster.
He is on the.
You need the gold roster.
I need the gold roster.
Or the blue. I'm sorry. It's on the blue. I don't know where
Matthias
that was.
Lazama was the hero of the day, as Metallica said in 1996. A little more recent.
Wasn't he leading scorer in single A this season?
He was.
Yeah, he was.
And he's part of Stellar 6 today, too.
Shot on, save made, rebound, kept this in. Thought it was kept out, but it's not. It's an ace in the hole instead. Ace Klingensmith may have put in the wrong net. He's trying to defend. I think Basola's going to get the goal.
He is.
Klingensmith, I think it hit him and ended up in the net. Let's take a look.
I believe he made the glove save, and then it popped right out in front.
Yeah, he went to the backhand.
So it was Pasola who beat Klingensmith for the puck. I thought they had Klingensmith skate. I also thought Klingensmith was on the other team for a second as well, as the land of confusion.
The stretch pass, creating a little space, and then Pasola, Braden using his body to fend off that defender.
Yeah, that was good body position. He kind of made himself get a little bit of room there, get his stick in.
We know Xavier Pasola got the goal. John Wineland got the assist. And Jack Turk. So a Mars teammate assist. Wineland from West Allegheny adds. Pasola comes back and scores again. One isn't enough. Xavier Pasola made sure there was no mistake on that one. Wrister through the 5-hole, and it's 2-0 Blue.
That was a beautiful toe drag right at the top of the circles there.
Yeah, he worked that left defenseman. Right here, look, Braden, he's on the back check. He gets possession inside his own blue, and he catches him in the C-cut and dances him to the inside. So, what's that tell you? You got a back check to get possession.
Yeah, he toe dragged right between the two of them. Good little snapshot 5-hole there. 2 quick ones here.
Pasola with both, and now Mars rushing back again. That's Grant Weaver. So the strong Planets contingent playing out of this world so far.
Time of the goal.
And the gold team, which is in the dark jerseys,
From goal at 13-26.
This game seems like it's already going to be more of an offensive game than last one, that's for sure.
we have more goals in the first 4.5 minutes than we did for the first 2 periods, I think, of the last game. Bringing it back now and offsides.
Braden, what position do you play?
I'm a goalie.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised by that because he noticed the toe drag. I was going to say the difference between a forward and a coach. He noticed the toe drag. I noticed the back check. See, there's just different viewpoints.
Yeah, well, as a goalie, you're usually looking at the shooter or an option for him, so he was the only guy that really had the option there. You see the toe drag, you know he's either snapped it right after that or he's going to get in and make a move. You just snapped it. That was a great shot.
Changing the angle before the snapshot.
Taking no chances. As the goaltender on the net to our right.
Now I'm going to ask him a question while you're on. How much do you communicate with your defenseman? Because that's one of the things that I harp on when we're doing these broadcasts. Goaltenders need to talk. You're reading that play right there. You need to know who else is coming. You want your defenseman out. I got this, you got that side of things. So how much you talking to your D?
Our Canamac coach, Chuck Fink, he's really tried to drill that the goalies communicate a lot, especially on like a breakout, call them reverses, quick ups, all that sort of stuff. So being with him just for 2 years, it's kind of implanted in my head to communicate as much as I can. Obviously on a rush, I'll tell him take the pass or step up or something, but I always try to communicate to him as much as they can because I can see up ice. That's sometimes something they can't see. So I always talk to him as much as I can.
And he's a good man. I remember coaching when Coach Fink was playing at TJ.
Jack Turch flying back. There's some good defense. Getting a stick in front there is Dylan Szymanski from Chartiers Valley. So the goals, I should say, were both by Xavier Basola. Basola in 18 regular season games for the Plains. He had 18 goals, 9 assists, 27 points. He has both tallies here so far. So he's the early contender for the post-game or next game interview as a point shot there put on, stop made. That was Seamus Griffith to the net, and able to Seamus, the puck all the way there, was the goaltender, Ben Waldron.
A heavy forecheck here.
Yeah, Klingensmith triple teamed by white jerseys there. Two of them were his teammates at Greensburg-Salem. Ace Klingensmith must have been the guy who brought the dark jersey. He's got swapped over to the gold team today.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll go heavier on him than usual here.
Pasola, who's already looking for a hat trick, has it back the other way. Down the right side, Carlson centers. And nobody home. Over to the left point, there's Klingensmith, who I thought actually kicked that first goal in, but Basola got a stick there before him. Cleared back out. Of course, Greensburg-Salem a couple of years ago, Kevin, that was a Cinderella story where they played Char Valley in the championship game. It was a great game that went to overtime.
Yeah, we did that game.
We did. Bringing it back, wrist shot here. That doesn't go. That's Cole Hunt from North Hills. Second crack at it. Glove saved by Harper Slater, and he'll hold on.
That goalie for Sagum that year had a tremendous run. I don't remember his name, but he was a big guy in that. You'll think of it in a few
Tristan
minutes.
Gonzalez.
That's it. Braden, Matt will remember names for like 20 years ago, and I can't remember last week. So.
I'm surprised with some of the names he's brought up here.
I know.
Matt's also single because he can't remember people's birthdays or anniversaries. That's a story for a different time.
Yeah, don't go on a
Centering feed and a good defensive play there to get in front of it. That was a nice job there by Matt Lestitian from Mars. So Planet's everywhere making plays on the offense and defensive sides, but as to your point earlier, Braden, this game has a much more offensive feel to it than the previous one did.
Oh, for sure. It definitely seems to be already just more chances flying around.
Well, that's what you get with Avonworth and apparently Mars today. Basola with 2.
And Chartiers Valley. Got some of the heavy hitters of Class A out here. Here comes a chance back the other way. Dragon looking, shooting, blocked. It's Lestitian again getting in front of that try. Centering feed. No one seems to know where the puck's at. And it's going to be cleared out of there. Good job by West Allegheny's Chase Noel. Renwick back the other way. Looks it over. Shot on. Save made. On a good try there. Chase Renwick from Butler. Better stop by Ben Waldron, who's been a busy keeper here in this opening period.
He has been, but that's a great save right there. He did real good on closing the arm so it doesn't trickle through.
Got a little bit of a snow shower for his efforts as well.
Yeah, a little bit, but that's par for the course. I've had that happen to me. I couldn't even tell you how many times.
I think the guy tried too hard to pull up and really got him with the snow by accident there. He didn't want to end up bumping into him or take the net off the moorings, which a good sneeze can do here in this building, Kevin.
Good sneeze, a little breeze for sure.
Yeah. But it's for safety, and we appreciate that. Center ice volley here. And up the right side, here comes a chance. Offsides. One of the guys who was quote-unquote traded, that was Jack Calafidis from South Park, who jumped on that puck offsides. Calafidis had a good season for the Eagles. 20 games, 12 points, 5 goals, 7 assists.
So I don't remember, Braden, were you in net against Avonworth here in the semis?
No, I was not.
Okay.
That was Bob's.
How aware of you are the posts and how easily they move when you're playing in net? Because you're using the posts for pushing off.
Oh, yeah. There is almost every rink's post do not have very good pegs. So it's kind of just, most of the time you try and go into them as soft as you can so they stay. But if you got to fly back, you just got to go and hope they stay. But I know, I forget the rink, but there's one rink where it was almost every time you went into the post, it'd come off. And it's annoying, but it's there.
It's either here or the Ice Castle, would be my guess.
No,
they
it
were
wasn't
bad at
Ice Castle.
Harmerville, too.
Harmerville, well, anymore. I mean,
Well, Braden's too young to know. They used to have long
Pegs,
pegs in the
yeah.
ice.
Yeah.
They weren't even pegs. They were posts, and they were not able to be dislodged, and guys in the NHL were getting hurt.
Yeah, like
charging the net because they wouldn't move.
Kenny Riggett was around during those days. And thanks again to Grill 31 in Bridgeville for all their support of high school hockey. PIHL here on 10-Band TV this season. Centering feed. Good defensive work. It's a nice job there.
Oh,
Now a chance in front and a better save. Slater makes the save, but Seamus Griffith, his Butler teammate, strong stick work in front of his keeper.
that was a good save there. The puck was bobbling around in the slot, and he found it and made the good save on that.
Mushkar from the right point has a look, forgot the puck, spins into the circle, centers right in the slot. Good try, pad save made by Slater. Back to the point, long rip fired wide, as right now the gold team in the dark is buzzing.
Yeah, there's a lot of slot opportunities here for them that they just can't capitalize on. Slater's in there for a lot of them.
Bringing it back, Valerino. Good pass over here to the right side. Trying to get it back is Vinny Venero. I'm not sure who Valerino is. I like to make up names sometimes. Down the left side, centering try, broken up, well defended on the play by Chris Mushkar of North Hills.
Oh,
And now back the other way, tire blown, good feed. Unable to take the feed, though, as Tornabene was trying to find his teammate Venero, and the pass a little bit behind him.
The blue line monster got the defenseman, but he recovered there, did Lestitian.
Stitcher's made some good plays. Long shot, this one off the glass. Linus Chesanowski from Avonworth battling there against Lestitian in the corner. Four-man scrum ensues.
So, Braden, when someone blows a tire, nothing bad happens. What do you say to them on the bench when they come back? You needle a little?
Usually they come back in the bench and they're upset that they did it, but I just usually tell them nothing came from it.
Yeah.
So it ain't that big a deal. Now, if they blow a tire and it leads to a breakaway goal, that's different.
Yeah.
Then I tell them to go get their skates sharpened, but usually nothing bad happens to it. But
Yeah, when it's nothing bad, sometimes you can have a little fun with the situation.
yeah, it depends on the game. If you're losing or if it's a big game, you usually kind of
Right.
bump them up. But if it's just it's like first period, nothing's happening, then yeah, you can joke around with them a little bit.
Lead feed up the left side. Cooper Powell takes it from Klingensmith. Powell walks in, shot on stick save, and then pushing away the rebound is Harper Slater, who has been strong in that net to our right, icing the call. But Slater, he has risen up against the offensive onslaught he's faced this afternoon.
That was a good save. Good rebound, too. Able to find it in the air and bot it away to the corner, too. That was smart. That was a good play.
Yeah, he was out. He wasn't on the goal line. Was out a little bit on his angle, and the awareness to punch with the blocker as they rebound, hit the stick, and went up in the air right in front of him.
Face off one. And the blue in the white. Lead feed to Pasola. Too far. And we'll ice it and do it again in the home zone to our right.
Solo's looking hungry. He already wants the hat trick. He's got two already. He wants a third quick. He's been out there for stretch passes and even just like on the blue line getting looks.
Well, this is a whole unit of players from Butler and Mars, so there might have been a lot of guys that played together, team North Pittsburgh.
Butler County well represented out there with this line. And we see puck fed back to the neutral zone. Szymanski gives it away. Here comes Pasola looking for the HT. Pasola walks in. Pasola! Score! Pasola, his third And it's safe to say so far, Xavier Basola has been half man and half amazing.
That was a great move right there. Picked off the pass, coming across the middle, make a nice steal. That was a great move. Get the goalie going one way, come back the other.
So it's Xavier Basola 3, team goal 0.
Well, again, Matt, putting out the fundamentals. Basola had his stick down in the neutral zone. There are too many kids that I see that come through the neutral zone on the forecheck or the back check to have their stick in the air with 2 hands in the air instead of down on the ice. Basola had it down on the ice, created the turnover, and he had the momentum forward and the long reach to make a sweet move.
Yeah, he keeps his stick in the air. He's not getting that chance.
Down the right side, here comes Renwick, spinning back. One of those Butler players sends it back to the right point. Shot coming on through traffic, partially blocked there off the stick of Noah Figley. And now hustling back's Jack Calafidis, and it's cut off. Good defensive work again by Seamus Griffith.
That was a great back check right there to take away that 2-on-1.
Mushkar drops it to the right side. Back in front, looking for the redirect, can't connect. As it was the North Hills teammates there, Chris Mushkar and Blake Kunkel, trying to get that tic-tac touch that didn't quite go. Alleghenies. Noah Figley going to go coast to coast, chased by Dudovsky, drops it back. Kunkel with the steal. Calafidis down the right side. There's a little bit of a body bump. Stepping in there is Matt Lestitian. Back out it comes through the neutral zone. A couple of Greensburg-Salem teammates bring it back the other way. Centering feed, unable to connect. Looking for Luke Dieter.
Seen a lot of good sticks here from the defense, breaking up passes through the middle and such.
Kunkel bringing it back. Trying to go through everybody. Puts it in the slot instead. Jackson Chory for Char Valley couldn't take the feed. Now a lead pass back the other way. Change going on behind the play. The gold team almost got caught. Too many men. Drop pass, good setup shot coming, save made. See a couple of Golden Lions Chartiers Valley teammates working there, but Slater equal to it.
That was great. He had back to the heels right on top of the crease. It's where you want to be.
Good cross-ice feed there between the Colts rushing in on that play there. Szymanski got it over to Tornabene, and that stop was made by the goaltender, Harper Slater. Kept in by Klingensmith, thrown back towards the net. Lestitian, another block on defense as he spins away here. Lead feed too far as there's bodies banging in front of the home bench. And we'll ice it and bring it back the other way.
Definitely more of an offensive output in this game already than the last one, but there's still a lot of good defensive plays. We've seen back checks from multiple people, good defensive sticks. As of right now, though, it seems like to flip the script, it seems like Blues dominate in this game.
So far, shot to the net blocked. It's not that the goal team hasn't had chances, but Harper Slater's been really good, and there's another one where he stops it with just being in the right position.
Yeah, he's very positionally sound. You can already tell.
I'm not sure Slater even saw that shot come through. It just kind of hit him in the shoulder and stayed out as he was looking around to see where it went. Back the other way, wrist shot coming, firing wide there. It was John Wineland who assisted on one of Basola's 3 first period goals.
And that's all we're looking for is competition, right? We just want the guys to play hard. We understand it's not the same stakes. It's an all-star game. But as someone here doing this and involved with the league, you just want effort.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's out here. All these kids are out here having fun. That's what they want to do. We've seen it with Basola. He's just trying to have some fun, making some good moves, good plays.
We were talking about it, Braden, in the first game, and then also with the guys who have stepped up and come up for interviews both from the D2 game and the previous 1A game. So all those guys said, like, it's fun. They want to make plays, play with their teammates, but with the season being over, there's not a lot of animosity. So everybody's kind of on friendly terms here as Hunt comes back, looks it over, and fires wide.
Good telescope right there by Slater. Braden forcing that shot wide.
Mm-hmm. He was trying to pick that corner, too. He had a little bit, but even when the shot came wide, Slater had his blocker up there.
Trying to force his way through the slot. There's Grant Weaver. The third back check finally got him. And now Jesenowski, a 2-on-1. Good feed to the left side. Venero rising backhander up and over the net. Linus Jesenowski had a great season for Avonworth. In 19 games, he had 27 goals, 22 assists, and 49 points. trying to make the connection there. And now back the other way. Chesanowski leads the charge. Chesanowski to the circle, shot on, stick save made. And Slater used the pad a bit to force that one over to the corner. Back to the net. One of the Tadovsky, the teammate of Chesanowski, the Antelope, couldn't get it on. Hensler, if that was a regular season game, would have got lined up as he was in the sights of Blake Kunkel. Back the other way now, here comes a chance. Luke Dieter, good feed, better save made as Lucas Hensler put it on. And a good stop made there by Ben Waldron.
That was great movement right out to the top of the crease. He got a good blocker on that.
Turch, drop pass, rising shot block. Loose in the slot. Kunkel sends it ahead. On the left side, Cooper Powell. Powell looks it over, shot on, save made. Slater, rebound forced around. In front, are you kidding me?
Pushed it wide, dumped it in the corner from just outside the post.
I think Slater might have got a piece of that diving back as well.
He might have got a glove, like the top of his glove on that, and it chipped it over the net. If he did, that is an unbelievable save right there.
10 bells. Diving stop, centering, feed, redirects off the pad. Kunkel trying everything he can to get one past Slater. Muskar fans on the one-timer. So we're down to 30 seconds remaining here in this second period, but big game in the net to our right by Harper Slater. Powell drags to the circle, now to the dot, shot on Slater, save, pushes the rebound away. So we have a Xavier Basola hat trick and a goaltending clinic by Harper Slater here in this first period.
Yeah, Slater's been great. He's out top of his crease making positional saves. You saw with that glove save, he's able to be a little floppy and get over there for the hard ones too.
Late shot to the net there from Seamus Griffith. Blockered aside by Ben Waldron. 17 minutes in the books. Second period coming up. Your second of two Class A All-Star games. Here is All-Star Sundays on TenbandTV. We'll be back. Team Blue up 3-0.
Why are so many companies, unions, and organizations across the country choosing the Avia dental plan?
Because group plans start at as little as $5 per month, and groups can save 20 to 80% off of high-quality dental care.
Everyone qualifies, and there's no waiting or limits on visits to the dentist.
Call now and save $20, plus get 3 months free.
Call now and you may be able to save $20 and get 3 months free. 1-888-431-CARE or visit aviadental.com.
Back here at the RMU Island Sports Center, period number 2 of the second Class A All-Star Games. And it is currently 3-0 in favor of the blue team. We're going to switch sides, so the blue team in the light jerseys will move left to right. The gold team in the dark jerseys move right to left, and our goaltenders have switched after a perfect first period. For the blue team, for Harper Slater, he will be relieved by Andrew Costello from South Park as we get some play early on here. And the net to our right from Avonworth will be Andrew Hetko as he takes over for Chartiers Valley's Ben Waldron. From the left point, now to the circle. One-time rip goes wide. Seamus Griffith from the right boards, pushing it down low. Net to our right there is Andrew Hetko. For Avonworth, 14-3-0 in the regular season, 2.29 goals against average, .878 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. Griffith tries the pinch. Taken away by Cole Hunt, and it's an icing call behind the goaltender, the net to our left. That's South Park's Andrew Costello. He was 2-9-0 in the regular season, 5.61 goals against average, and an .889 save percentage. So, Kevin, having worked the benches for these All-Star games, when you're down 3-0 or up 3-0, what are you telling the team?
You're trying to appeal to their sense of pride of not getting blown out. So we're here, let's give an effort anyway. I had a situation like that down at the arena, and we came back and won during an All-Star game. So that's, I mean, you understand that it's not a playoff game or even a late regular season one, but you are trying to appeal to the competitiveness of the players. Nobody wants to get worked on the scoreboard too much.
See some line changes here as the Char Valley Quartet is out there working right now. Tornabene banging away. Puck comes back. Now to Ace Klingensmith at the left point. Klingensmith tries to feed to the circle. Chory puts it in the slot. Nobody home. Seamus Griffith continues his strong defensive play, and he'll move it ahead now. Good pass to the right side. Rising shot just misses. As bringing that one back.
They got a little shaft on that one, I think.
He's a complicated man.
Yeah, it looked like you got a little piece of it right there.
Yeah, I think he hit the shaft of Hetko.
Can you dig it?
Matt's making references to an old TV show called Shaft, Braden. That's why you're not understanding what he's talking about.
Yeah, no.
Actually, I think Shaft was before my time.
It was before your time.
Yeah.
I was very young when that TV show was on the air.
Well, I still watched it. Eventually, Jesenowski bringing it back. Jesenowski goes to the net. Save made. Penalty on the play. Good stop by Costello. And we get a whistle here.
The rare penalty in the All-Star game.
I was thinking we might have got a shot at maybe a potential penalty shot, but not the case.
That was slick there from Linus. He got another shot. He was already falling down from the trip, and he got a shot off going the other way, too. It almost fooled the goalie there.
Lestitian will sit down for 2, and we will see our first power play here of this game.
Matt, this is the part you didn't like managing a bench because then you had to choose someone to not go on the ice due to the penalty.
Well, it looked like the goal team switched it up and had all the Chartiers Valley players out there with Ace Klingensmith. And now we'll see what the pairings are here. As we drive it back into the blue zone, the gold zone, the dark zone, the light zone, the twilight zone.
That one I know.
There you go. They remade that.
But not the Fedco zone.
I was on the Fedco zone more than once. Literally in the studio back in the days.
I never knew that. I'm glad I brought it up.
Yeah, I was on my DVR for like 12 years before I switched cable companies. They had to get rid of it. Yes, 2007. I made a few appearances on the Fedco zone. That's neither here nor there. Pasola, he's made the appearance in the net 3 times. He's scored all 3 goals so far. Now he's out here working on the penalty kill. Drop pass. There's Pasola with the good stick. Now he's going to bring it back shorthanded. I'm going to just send it the length of the rink onto the stick of Andrew Hetko, who sticks it aside, leaving it for one of the great names in high school hockey, Kevin, Ace Klingensmith. Jesenowski down the left side, taking it all the way around, goes to the right point. Mushkar, they'll switch that right point now. Mushkar going to switch to the left side. He'll get it back. Klingensmith kind of drops back outside of the zone to play defense as good work on the play by West Allegheny's John Weinland. Dudovsky from Avonworth brings it back. Shot blocked. Rebound cleared. Good defensive work there by Jack Turch from Mars. The Planets, both offensively and defensively, have made their presence felt so far here this afternoon in this game here. Unfortunately, all the players from Moon participated in the first game, so we don't have an intergalactic all-star game. That was the Beastie Boys, 1998.
Intergalactic Planetary. That was a little funky sound by them.
It's good stuff. Penalty over as a pad save made by Costello. Klingensmith finds it. And out it comes. But not all the way out. Good job by Cole Hunt to keep it in. Left circle pass, shot on. Save made by Costello on a tough angle shot.
Costello's made some great saves on that power play right there. He had a couple from the slot. He had one that went right from down below the goal line out in front. He had a good stick on that one. He's made some really good saves.
That was Dudovsky from the wall, Braden. What do you do when someone shoots one like that you're not expecting?
Usually what you do, you want to get your arms straight right on the post and you want your head covering that corner. Usually it's fine if you don't, but now people start banking it off your helmet. So you try and plug as much, like you try and make sure there's no gap whatsoever along that post. That's the worst type of one to give up, is one that trickles through like that. That really kills momentum for you.
The bend in the knee. The scourge of those bad angle shots has been this RVH nonsense that they keep teaching, which I don't endorse.
RVH, I think that I had to get some antibiotics for that once.
Yeah, RVH is the new They used to use VH, which is where you just put your leg up and put it on the side of the post. And put your
I used
ball on
VHS
top.
to watch hockey back at one time, but a long time ago.
You use Preparation H.
I'm not quite there yet, Kevin. That's more your neck of the woods. I'm not that old yet. Deflected on and preparation for the glove save by Andrew Costello.
That was another good glove save right
Costello's
there.
been strong.
He has been.
Because he's had some really tough angle shots on him.
Like, that one was tricky, too. That's like just a guy flying in, getting like a tiny stick on it. Usually you don't see him flying through, so that was a good little glove save right there.
Face-off win in the defensive zone. Can't get it out. Good keep. Carlson turns, shoots. Costello with the blocker save. Follow-up. Costello again. Still loose in front. Costello with 3 big saves. Right point try. Costello stops it. Rebound loose, and Falcon to help his keeper out. Andrew Costello standing on his head right now in the net to our left.
And these Blues goalies have been showing out tonight, huh? Slater and now Costello. They both made it like great saves so far this game.
Costello had a shooting gallery. There were about 5 shots on 2 sequences from right in front of the net. Stick, pad, blocker, denial all 5 times. Trying to hook up there with his man back the other way, looking for Luke Dieter from Greensburg-Salem. His teammate Jeremiah Falk. Now kept in here by Chase Noel from West Allegheny. Tries to find Dieter. Dieter, that would have been pretty. Did he put that between his legs?
He did.
Yeah.
He's so fancy.
Shot back towards the net by Dieter.
Well, Matthew Tkachuk is trying to go like a one-timer through the legs there.
Almost went.
He got a lot of power on that shot for how he generated it, either behind his back or between his legs. I think he went between the legs.
Yeah, he did. Sailed over the crossbar.
Turch trying to work back behind the net. He's triple teamed. He's going to skate away here to the near side, though. Turch goes back to the left point. Lestitian through traffic. Save made. Hetko, and he jumps on the rebound as well. That's a tough save to make there, Braden, with a lot of traffic in front of you like that.
Yeah, there is. Usually you try to get low and trying to just find any hole you can through. That one got tipped, too, a little bit, but he still got a stick on it. It was a good save.
Hetko's a big goaltender, too.
Yeah, he is. It makes it a little easier, but...
Yeah, he can look around or over some of the traffic in front.
I'm not sure what his actual height was, but doing the Avonworth game earlier in the playoffs, I was down near the locker room whenever I was talking to the coach. So we'll get to that in a second as Chesanowski gets a breakaway back the other way. Chesanowski to the backhand! Denial! Seems it had to come! Seven Dust had those lyrics. Andrew Costello has that save.
He had him on the move, too. Costello got over and made I think he got a toe save on that.
He tried to slide this 5-hole after making the move. I thought he was going to try to go elevate over the left pad.
Janowski started the whole thing with a bat out of midair at the blue line to intercept it, and then he had Costello on.
We get a goal from the faceoff. So Costello with all the big saves, and then a clean faceoff win gets past him. So Chesanowski gets it back. He got stopped on the breakaway on the ensuing faceoff. Red light activated.
It looked like just a clean shot right off the faceoff there.
All right, well, last time I checked, Kevin, we weren't in Georgia.
What does that mean?
Well, that was the night where the lights went out in Georgia.
Georgia.
Yes.
Okay. Braden, you have to know your music when you're alongside Matt because he's going to go for so many of them. I'm over here trying to figure out how to work in an Abbott Costello reference because of our goalkeeper, which will go over both of your heads.
I remember them, but you're talking about black and white and subtitles.
Yeah, I'm lost on most of these names here.
Costello steps out of the net.
That's the classic who's on first routine.
In tight, save made. Finera, who got the assist, won that faceoff, trying to stuff one in, and a big save made there again by Costello. So, Brandon, a guy like Costello, if you're in that situation, you go with that huge save on the breakaway. How do you feel after one beats you on the faceoff then?
You know, it kind of cancels out. Usually make a good save, and then you can let in one like that. I don't think it was bad, though. That's just a good play off the faceoff, really. But usually you get your good save one, and then you let him one. I think it's fine. It kind of evens out there.
Both Costello and Harper Slater from the first period have been stellar. In the net to our left for the blue team in the white jerseys. Oh, and a great chance there. That would have been an eagle-on-eagle goal there. But it was not life in the fast lane, as fanning on the shot was Jack Calafidis.
Costello's going to give him it for that one.
Costello owes him lunch tomorrow for that one, I think. Walking it out, Hunt firing wide. I think Costello may have got a piece of it, but all of a sudden the gold team in the dark jerseys is really buzzing. Califatis from the left point, who missed that yawning net. He's going to get it back at the point as he drifts to his right, tries to shoot, partially blocked, deflects down low. First man there is Seamus Griffith. Centered back, great feed in front, trying to connect with the North Hills teammates. As Kunkel tried to put it on Hunt's plate, he can't. Back the other way comes a chance, and it's off the outside of the net there for John Wineland. Shot back towards the net.
Tried to climb the ladder on the goaltender there. A lot of the goalies now, Braden, like to get on in the butterfly so early, and that's why you see so many shots go over the crossbar, because they're trying to hit those top corners.
Yeah, that's just the game of hockey, though. You know, forwards start shooting high, or forwards are shooting low. We got breakaway.
We got Chory on the breakaway. Costello again. Rebound hits the post. Costello got the left pad out. 2 breakaway saves in the last couple of minutes for Andrew Costello. I think we cursed him, boys. We were talking about how good the defensive play was, how the goalies were being insulated in the first game. These guys have been a little more hung out to dry here in this one.
Well, it's not so much the defense is bad. I mean, gold teams, or blue is holding down like the front of the net. It just trickles through. You get like little bouncers out in front. It just seems like a lot of quick shots from right in front of the net.
The ice has been tilted to our left in this period, though. Hetko, who just played the puck, has not seen as much action as Costello. And here comes a chance back for Carlson now. Carlson looks it over, wrist shot, score! No doubt about it on that one. Cullen Carlson from Westmont Hilltop puts the mesh in motion, and blue back within a goal.
Pretty sure Carlson learned from the other guys that had breakaways that Costello can make a breakaway save if you make a move, so you decide to rip it. That was a great shot. It just went right below the bar, beat him over the shoulder. That's well placed.
Well, what makes the play is the thought process before. He reads the situation, Braden. He sees the line change in the second period, the long change. He goes to the far blue for the stretch pass, which is what you should do as a forward, particularly if you just jumped on the ice. You tried to stretch that changing team, and he was able to size up Costello, and he put one in the top corner, as Braden said, over the glove. Carlson looks like he could be in the Bantam under 14 All-Star game, but what a great shot.
What do they call that? He's diminutive with his size. Shot to the net, save made by Costello. Had a nice season, though, did Cullen Carlson.
What a good skater.
20 games. He had 12 goals, 5 assists, 17 points for Westmont Hilltop, and was traded before this game to fill the roster void for the gold team. Up the right side, Tadovsky. One of the Antelope's top guys, Tadovsky. 39 regular season points, 21 goals, 18 assists. Works it around here. Tough angle, deflects it, and Tadovsky onto the stick of Jesenowski. Goes just wide. So the Avonworth trio out here now.
That was a great look back door right there.
Yeah, he just turned the blade a little to try to get that deflection.
Klingensmith trying to chip it over to the left side. Kept in there by Jesenowski. In front. One-time rip goes wide. It's Klingensmith leaning on Renwick now, as Jace Renwick trying to fight through 3 dark jerseys. Tornabene takes it. Tornabene plays it off his teammate's skate. Tornabene gets it back to the point. Szymanski. Szymanski drags. Szymanski shoots. Pat save Costello. All the way back to the right point now. Szymanski through traffic. Costello uses his head. Rebound wide.
Gold is putting pucks on net in a lot right now. They are finding to the point, getting it up high, and then they put it right back down low.
Centering try. Costello again. Costello, another save. It's a shooting gallery.
Blue's been out here. This is an extended shift for Blue, too. They are tired right now.
Costello, like Roy Munson, the rubber man, facing all those pucks. Of course, Costello has both of his hands. Roy Munson lost one, but that was Kingpin. That's a great movie from '97 if you haven't seen it.
I have not seen that one either.
My goodness, we got to brace this kid up. Wrister off the post.
There's a.
You don't want to get Munson. Just know that.
There's a lot of good things that happen if you keep it simple. And if you establish a low game on the forecheck, you can move it to the points and just get it on net with traffic. And that's what they were doing there for an extended time, wearing down the blue team on that shift.
Cross ice feed. Falk trying to push it in, but the ice has really been tilted to our left. as Jesenowski brings it back. Jesenowski with speed. Good job by Griffith to help. And then Costello with a little stick check to help as well.
That was a nice poke check. That was well timed, too. Made sure he got it. That was a good poke check right there.
Comes Weaver back. As the team changes behind him, Weaver loses his edge, takes the stick out of the hands.
Going to have a penalty, Matt.
We're going to get a penalty. Our second of the night, as touching up there is, I believe it's going to be against the blue team.
For tripping Weaver. I didn't see who did it.
I think it might have been.
It's going to be this guy here.
From West Allegheny, yep. I'm sorry, from Westmont Hilltop. Yeah, Gunnar Montanaro. Another game day
trade
acquisition.
Some of these trades might have been made just because they had their dark jerseys.
That's what we were kind of thinking, is that who had the dark jerseys that were available.
That's a smart thing. Always make sure you got both your jerseys.
Yeah, I bet that's what happened. They probably opened up the locker room and said, who's got dark jerseys? And whoever did, they got sent over. Because a lot of times they're told they're wearing white, so they just stick with bring only the white jersey. So
never do that. Always bring both.
And get traded.
Yep.
Szymanski, good work there to take the puck away from Falk. However, the Greensburg-Salem teammate, actually that's Weaver in there helping. Goes to the left point, Weaver gets it back. Looks it over, comes to Griffith to the right point. Griffith into the circle. Basola, who has all 3 goals for the blue team. Back to Griffith. Screen shot fired wide. See if this power play can right the ship a bit here for the blue team in white. That centering pass too far, and they'll have to reset and regroup here on this man advantage. Griffith tries to come across center ed, cut off there by Blake Kunkel. Basola finds it. He's going to try to find an entrance himself. Good stick work there by Cole Hunt. As the North Hills trio working the penalty hill here with Kunkel, Hunt, and Mushkar. Griffith in the slot, Basola, good stick by Kunkel. Left circle shot, that's Noah Figley. And the stop made by Andrew Hetko, who's back into things. 45 seconds left on this power play.
Yeah, I think they got to start putting more pucks on net than they already are. They haven't really tested Hetko that much this period, so he might still be a little cold. If you keep putting pucks on, something might trickle out. You might get a rebound, might be able to bang something in here. That's what they need to start doing.
So I'd like for he's a goaltender, Brad, whenever the ice is tilted the other way and you haven't seen a shot in a while, and all of a sudden it's a power play, and guys are starting to get opportunities like this.
It's not fun. You know, I can work, I can do movement, I can warm my legs up as much as I can, but it's hard to get reaction time back up when you've been sitting down on the other side for 10 minutes or more. So it's not fun, but you have sometimes where you get into that. So
you work on your skating a little, doing some of the letters in the crease or whatever, just to keep moving and mentally stay focused.
That's all you really can do. And then once the shot comes, you just gotta be ready.
Dieter trying to get that shot. Klingensmith, his Golden Lions teammate, takes it away. And the ice, but clearly there's the length of the ice. Costello steps out, his South Park teammate there to take it away. Centering feed, fanning on it, but able to make the glove save on Venero was Costello, as that was a knuckle puck. Costello's gloving it down. Penalty over, we're back to even strength. Lestitian centers. Renwick forced to the corner by Szymanski. To the left point it goes, handled here by Wineland. Leaning in is Venero against Renwick. Puck pushed around. Ace Klingensmith trying to find his way out. Wineland had it, couldn't keep it in. Carlson back the other way. Opportunity here for Carlson, who has a goal. Cullen Carlson, good feed. Venero to the far side. Backhands it towards the net. Cut down here by Chori. Chori centers, looking for Klingensmith too far. And all the way back into the dark gold zone it goes. Oh, there's a tire blown. He's taking a hard fall over there. It was Mushkar.
Lost his blade.
Oh, that's what he literally did blow a tire.
He lost the steel and he couldn't push off. Look at this.
Mushkar, look at that. The effort to get back to the bench, and we get a fresh defenseman out here. Wrap around try, cut off, and smart awareness there by Hetko as well to cover up and get the whistle. As he literally did blow a tire.
You do not see that very often. That is strange right there.
The good thing for Mushkar was he was on the other side of the ice.
Yes.
That would have been a long haul across the rink.
Some good leg strength on the push-offs. Really working.
Hey, look like a goalie pushing back.
90 seconds left here in this second period. Cleared out here up the right side. Breakaway, it's Chori. Chori behind the defense for the equalizer. Wrister ripped wide.
Benetti runs that play quite a bit with CV. That's an old hockey play back from the 80s. We used to run at Central.
Almost worked if he got a spot right there. Just missed barely on that post, but he had that low blocker.
Weaver puts it in the slot. Hetko diving out to cover that puck up as Lucas Hensler from Butler was sniffing around the crease.
So, guys, it reminds me of, you were talking about 2011 earlier when we won Alden Philly.
All three.
Yeah, we're playing, and I'm playing basically 10 guys, and one of my guys has, something happens to his steal. Now, it's not when they pop out like that, but it needs to be replaced. And it was like a NASCAR pit crew in the locker room, my understanding was. There was like 3 fathers that were just like unloosening bolts, replacing things, tying things up, because he didn't miss much time. I thought I was going to be in a real pickle back when they were not popping out like that so easily.
So, Kevin, who did you beat for the state title that year?
I have to remember. I think it was Council Rock South.
That was on the other side of the state, so I didn't call that one. So if I didn't call it, I usually don't remember it.
Matt did. He might remember. Let me ask Matt.
37.7 seconds left here in this second period. Tale of 2 periods. The blue team dominated.
I think it was Council Rock South.
I can't remember. Those were played on the eastern side.
Yes,
the next year we played them here. I called the West Allegheny State Championship and they lost in 2012.
They will return to the West next year. It's an alternating scenario. There was a couple years we went to State College.
And we were talking about it earlier with Braden because he got a chance to play up at the War Memorial. Remember that there were some neutral sites. I remember calling the 2008 Pennsylvania Cup from Johnstown.
Oh, yes. Talk about that quite a bit.
Redirect. Hetko, a good stop. As Turch put it on, and the man in front of the net there, it was Wineland who almost tipped it home.
That was a good save. He closed every hole up that he had right there. Put it right in his chest, too. That was good.
I believe it was 2008 where Sod was playing for Pine Richland.
That's what we were talking about before. I called that game.
That was a good.
There were 2 Sods. There were 3 sets of brothers.
George and
Brandon Sod, Reed and Ty Loney, and Brian Bagnato and one other one. Both of his boys were on that team. One was a goalie, one was a forward. Long shot, save made. As the period comes to an end, we'll be back with the third period of action and more PIHL memories as you're watching PIHL All-Star Saturday 2026 here on TenbandTV.
Do you need well or pump service for your home, farm, or business? Adams & Sons Pump Service in Canton has the experience and equipment to do the job right. Since 1954, Adams & Sons have offered well drilling, pump repair, water treatment systems, holding tanks, excavation, and drainage work. Plus, quality-built, dependable stainless pumps for all applications. Adams & Sons provides experienced, bonded, and insured professionals serving all of Ohio. Call 855-4MY-WATER or visit adamspumpservice.com.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Welcome back to the island. Third period getting underway. Second of 2 Class A All-Star games And it is blue leading gold 3-2 after 2. Matt Vandriak, Kevin Zolmanski, Braden Crone with you here on 10-Band TV for All-Star Sunday. Goaltenders changing is in the net to our right. From Mars is Carter Gallagher, and he's tested early, robbing Chori with a big save.
It's a great push over to get that. That was a great pad save.
Pasolo back the other way. He has all 3 of the blue team goals. Wineland shot, big pad save made the other way. Welcome to the game from North Hills. Parker Tallarico with the stop.
Parker was moving really well side to side there. Looked athletic. Just guys to finish the thought. We went off the air with that. But that 2008 game, we were talking about Pine
LaSalle
Richland.
College High School.
Pine Richland was a terrific team.
Stacked.
And
they had Brandon Sod, who you know from the NHL, his brother George Sod, who played at Penn State. Both the Troy Loney sons, Reed and Ty. Ty played for the Nailers for a while. And then the Bagnotto boys. One was a good scorer, one was a good goalie.
And other good players. And we had a little hospitality area to watch it, and I'm sitting up there with my assistant coach for years, and we're watching warm-ups. Wally Mulebrenner's 2008 LaSalle team, and I'm watching them in warm-ups pick corners. Now, this Pine Richland team is fantastic, and I turned to my assistant coach and said, this is not going to go well for Pine Richland.
And it did not.
He said, what do you mean? I said, this team is amazing. That was by far the best high school team I've ever seen in the state of Pennsylvania. Now, before my time, maybe there are just as good teams, but since I've been doing this in the mid-90s-ish, that's the best team I've ever seen.
That's the best team I saw ever from 2004, starting this broadcasting on, and same thing, Kevin. It did not go well for Pine Richland. They lost 9-3.
The next year, half of their team went to prep school in New England from LaSalle.
They were in demand, you might say. Around the horn it goes. So the goaltenders in the net to our left is Parker Tallarico. And Tallarico for North Hills on the season was 9-10, 3.21 goals against average, .913 save percentage in a shutout. The net to our right from ours is Carter Gallagher. Gallagher 12-2-1 on the regular season, 1.92 goals against average, .909 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. Wineland back the other way as a man in front. Score! Renwick with the finish, and that play was just too sweet.
Braden, it looked like Tallarico got over, but it just went between the pads, and the back of his right pad might have kind of kicked that one in. That's got to be frustrating when you make a good move, but it still squeezes through the pillows.
Yeah, I almost wonder if as he slid over, he didn't bring his stick with him, because that would open up that 5-hole. Yeah, you can see right when he's sliding across, he picks the stick up to get the pad out, and now the stick's not in this 5-hole, so that opens up that 5-hole real wide, gives almost a target for him to put it in.
Another nice assist, too, for John Wineland. He set up a couple of goals here tonight. Centering feed, but the lead is back to 2 for the blue in the white. Moving right. Carlson throws it towards the net.
See, Matt, I don't speak goalie, so I love Braden speaking goalie there because now I learned a little. I could foul that away for next year.
And you can coach that to your kids. If you got to pass across, look for the stick, see if he picks it up. And that 5-hole will be open.
Wineland gets the only assist on the goal scored by Jace Renwick. Renwick for Butler had a good regular season. He had 12 goals, 16 assists, 28 points in 19 games for the Golden Tornado. As Ace Klingensmith brings it back. Jasanowski looking for that feed there from Dudovsky. Can't connect. Klingensmith takes it over. Had a shooting lane, opted to pass instead. Fed back towards the net, goes wide. And we battle here. Klingensmith feeds it back around, back behind the net. Tough angle try there. That one's up and over the net off the stick there of Austin Dudovsky.
The official in the corner needed to be aware of that one as he had to duck from that bad angle shot.
Goaltender caught out of the net there.
That was a good move behind the net right there.
Comes Kunkel back. Has Hunt with him. Going to come back to Hunt. Hunt looks it over. Gets a shot on. Pad save made. Good stretch there by Gallagher to get that right pad back.
That was a good play. That was a good defensive play there by Tricks as well, because he got a stick and he didn't really give much of an option to shoot there for him.
Those shots that go back against and hit that back pad, though, the geometry of it, they pop right into the slot.
Mm-hmm. Those are the tough ones to get a good rebound for you on, and it's even harder when it goes back towards blocker because it's even harder to get your stick down on the ice and deflect it away. So that's a hard one to make and not have like a key opportunity out of it.
Chase Noel works his way into the corner. Griffith at the left point finds the puck, shoots through traffic, redirects as Noel got a piece of it, but it goes wide. Szymanski behind the net trying to find his way out. So the blue team, the home team, wearing the light jerseys, they may have quelled the tide a bit here as they were dominated in that second period, but some strong goaltending from Andrew Costello. Kepler was a 3-0 lead at 3-2, and then they get the first goal of this third period on that great feed from Wineland that was finished off by Jace Renwick.
And so far, all the goalies that have stepped up for Blue have been phenomenal. They've all made really nice saves, been positionally sound. Haven't really gave much of a chance for goal to get back in it when, you know, they're all playing phenomenal.
Here comes the pass to Weaver, looks it over, and a good job getting the stick out there by Dylan Szymanski.
That was a great stick right there. He got it right in the lane, got a stick on it, chipped it up over the net. That was good defense right there.
Don't you go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We got two more for you. AA and AAA All-Star games coming up after this one. Kevin, it's a full day for you.
We're going to do a line change.
Yes.
Vandrak's going to step out and take off, and Popchak's going to step in.
Torna Bene rips it off the outside of the net, tries to backhand it home, can't get it in. Yes, I will be heading to the bench or to the couch, whichever gets there first.
He had that shooting lane right on that right side of the net, along the blocker off that opportunity, but he just missed his spot, hit off the outside, and Gallagher got back to the post, sealed it well with the RVH there.
Finero from the draw, hits a couple of skates, and then stepping out to glove it, there's Gallagher. .11:42 left here in this third period. Home team leads 4-2. They're known as Team Blue. They're wearing the light. Team Gold, wearing the dark. Is anybody actually wearing gold? I don't think anybody has gold jerseys. Greensburg Salem has a little bit of gold in them.
Yeah, that's the best I give it.
The brown and gold. I think a little different jersey from when we saw him last. Is Klingensmith wearing that dark GS jersey?
Mars has got a little bit of gold or yellow in there too.
Yeah. Planets with the traditional old Buffalo Sabre-esque looking, Michigan looking jerseys.
Sabres to the playoffs this year.
For the first time since 2011.
Yes.
2011
is making another appearance today. It's a theme.
That is. 2011 is
that was unrehearsed.
And it was. How about it?
Be rooting for the Sabres. Their fans deserve it.
They do. They've had some, as Dusty Rhodes would say, hard times, Daddy. Cross ice feed there. It goes wide. Cooper Powell out here working it. Powell, another one of the Antelope's top offensive players. Had a great regular season. 24 goals, 25 assists in 19 games. Dieter brings it back. Looks for the 5-hole save made. Rebound pushed wide as his Golden Lion teammate Falk couldn't quite finish it. Both these teams need a line change. These guys are skating as quicksand out here right now.
Seems like they don't want to come off, though. They want another goal.
Tadovsky shot on, looking for the 6-hole there, and fought off by Carter Gallagher.
That was a good glove save right there. That's positionally, he was out high on his crease, too. Didn't really give him much of a spot to go to.
Puck chipped back. Now pushed back to the red line. Here comes Seamus Griffith. Griffith drifting to his right as a man in the right circle. Wineland can't take the pass, throws it back to the net looking for Basolo. All the way around it comes Basolo. Battling down there with Szymanski. Tadovsky joins the fray. There are a lot of letters down there right now.
Can you buy a vowel?
A few.
Passwords.
Here comes Jesenowski. To the net. Save made. Rebound. Kept out.
Jesenowski believes it went in. The official was not on the goal line to really see if it was in. So it's not going to be called a goal.
I was right on the line. Gallagher covered it right on the line, but
in the air, though. I wasn't sure in the air if it had crossed.
Walking it out, no doubt about it. Clean face-off win, and Linus Jesenowski rips it home. The goal team back within a goal.
We got 2 goals now, both of them right off the face-off, too. Both glove side as well. He's real picking that high glove right now.
That's the benefit of when you're playing with line mates. Dudowski and Jesenowski play together. It's just a I mean, there was a chance for a win there. 13 from West A. He had an opportunity, but Jesenowski was able to get it. That was Noah Figley.
Yeah, that was a smart play to tie him up. He really just opens up that slot opportunity right on the dot for him.
Comes Weaver. In tight, Noel shot on, save made. Good stop there by Parker Tallarico. We got an icing call here.
Now we got a 1-goal game with
again
9:15 to go, so there's still a lot of time for this game to get tied up.
This one has been a tight game, even though the blue team jumped to a 3-0 lead on a hat trick, a natty hattie from Xavier Basola.
Yeah, he had 2 goals, what, 2 minutes in?
Yeah.
Yeah, right around there. He came out hot.
I was trying to use the site earlier. I'm all over the place trying to find these goals. I don't know where I'm at. I'm on the page and the game's not there. I'm like, what is happening here? Usually I'm good about having this stuff in order.
I didn't bring the tablet for that purposes. I figured the heck with it.
Push towards the net. Trying to find his way out is Calafidis in front. Doesn't go. Working back behind the net there is Lucas Hensler from Butler. Butler, Mars, well represented. Same as Char Valley. Today's tilt to the right point. Shot on blocked. Maybe a chance back the other way. Kunkel looking for Hunt. Going to find Calafidis instead. Breaks the line. Pocket pick. Good defensive work getting back there by Hensler. To the left side, centering. Hunt backhands it in front. Calafidis in the paint. And he can't get it past Carter Gallagher.
That was a good sliding save by Gallagher right there. Maybe if he was a little farther back towards that back post, he could slide it in along the ice and in, but crashed the net. Gallagher slid almost right in front of him, cut off nowhere for that puck to even think about going there.
And the challenge is, Braden, of coming in the third period, right? You're not getting warm-ups. And when you're sliding in the third period versus the first period, the ice is chewed up a lot more, so it takes a little more to slide over, correct?
Yeah, it does. It does. It's not like that big of a difference, but it definitely does play a factor because there's sometimes you'll slide and you just straight up stop. So it was good for him to not push back towards his post or even laterally, but push out towards that puck because he gave it nowhere to go.
Good block there by Grant Weaver, knocking that shot out of play. Face it off in the left circle here as we are approaching 8 minutes left. Torna Bene. Pocket pick, good defensive work there by Jack Turch. Turch lead feet up the right side, connecting with Grant Weaver. Weaver driving towards net as Noel going with them, but well defended on the play there. And now Venero brings it back the other way. Venero enters the zone down the right side, shot through traffic. Blocker save made, used Lestitian as a screen. And a good blocker stop made by Gallagher.
That was a great blocker save. You saw through the screen. The shot went through the legs of the defenseman. You tracked it all the way through. That was a great save.
Weaver brings it back, trying to connect with Noel. Pass too far. Comes back to Weaver. Weaver looking it over here along the left boards. Taken away. Back out with it here for the goal team. That was one of our traded players. That was Cooper Powell, sorry.
One of many.
Tried to pick it up right there.
Yeah, tried to do Michigan on him. Just rolled off his blade.
Talk about great plays in high school hockey and great goals, and that Penn Trafford goal in the 1A championship is one of the best I've seen ever.
Yes.
The fake Michigan.
Yeah, I've only seen that like one other time ever in hockey, and that was a great play. That was a gross goal.
Trying to bring it all the way back. Stadovsky goes all the way around with the wraparound. Pad save Gallagher. Puck squirts out. Jesenowski steals. He's looking for the HT. Puts it in front. Gallagher pushing it out with the stick. Stadovsky. Jesenowski in front. Blocked. Great job to get back there by Noah Figley.
Little scramble play right there in front of that. Gallagher stayed strong during that, though.
Falk had the goaltender leaning the wrong way as his shot back the other way misses. Player losing a stick. Pasola goes to Falk. Nobody home. That was Szymanski who lost the timber. And now a chance back the other way, flying. Here's Linus Jesenowski. Stadovsky gets a shot on save. Jesenowski the rebound. Hat trick. And we're tied. Jesenowski's third. Knocks the game at 4 with 6:09 left here in the third period.
Now 6 of the 8 goals scored this game have been by the same 2 players. That was a great play. It went from down low to out high, and then Jastrzynowski was there to pick up that rebound.
Well, he stole it from the defenseman on the initial forecheck, and then just picking up the loose puck. And then they went to work. But the important thing there to both of you is he went to the front of the net.
Yep, and that was a great feed from Carlson to get it out high for that 1T opportunity.
But Jastrzynowski as F1, pressure in that right D, steals it. Puck goes to the corner, and F2 followed up down the right side. Good triangulation, good finish in front on the rebound. We're tied.
Double hat trick here in this All-Star game. And now here comes Griffith back the other way. Seamus Griffith trying to push it back to Pasola. Can't get it there. And now back the other way. A break coming. Here comes Dadovsky. Dadovsky to Jastrzynowski. Score! 4 for 74. And for the first time this afternoon, the gold team has the lead. Jastrzynowski's en fuego.
That was a great pass to Davalski right there to get it over to him. He put it right out of the defenseman's reach. I mean, good breakout pass. You got a backhand little backhand off the wall, and now they're both away 2-on-1. Back checker coming. He sees it. Defenseman has a stick pulled to the side, and he finds him. That was a great pass, and then good shot there by Jastrzynowski, too, to roof it.
The tide has turned. Back the other way. Turch to the net. Save made. As Tallarico hasn't seen a lot of action on the net to our left.
The hot stick, Jastrzynowski. A lot of syllables right there on those plays.
Here comes Cooper Powell looking for another one. Powell shoots at the post.
Avonworth onslaught right now.
Mushkar in front. Tries to find Hunt. Hunt can't hook it up. And this gold team is buzzing. This Avonworth line has brought it here in the third period. Jastrzynowski, Dadovsky, and then almost Powell adding to the tally. But Jastrzynowski, he said, I will see your hat trick, Xavier Pasola, and do you one better.
Yeah, it's almost like a Mars versus Avonworth game here with a couple other guys trickled in. This has been an all onslaught here from both those teams.
4 straight for Jastrzynowski? Has it been 4 consecutive? I can't remember.
I don't know, actually.
Don't think so. I think we had one other one in between. I think he had 2, 1, and then one more. Or 2, 1 goal, and he might have got the next 2.
He's had 3 straight, I believe.
So there's a natural hat trick. Maybe not in the same period, but still a hat trick.
Shorey turning shot. Go ahead. Let's run it down. Scoring recap here, Braden. Go ahead.
You want me to?
Let's do it.
Run it.
All right. First goal was scored by Xavier Balsalo. That was the first of his hat trick. John Weiland and Jack Church had the assist. The second one from Balsalo was assisted by Noel. And then he had an unassisted on the third one. Start the scoring in the second period. Linus Jastrzynowski scored, assisted by Vinny Venero. Then they made it 3-2 from Colin Carlson from Chris Mushar. Then it made 4-2 from Jace Renwick, assisted by John Weiland. And then now you just saw the fourth one. Linus Jastrzynowski scored by, or assisted by Austin Davonsky. Or Dadovsky.
Dadovsky's actually, no. There's a lot of letters in there, but it's Dadovsky and Jastrzynowski, Hetko. We take letters away, we put letters in. There's the bouncing puck here, that's juggled and kept out. Good job by Tallarico, but yes, the Avonworth, it's alphabet soup. Goaltender Andrew Hetko, even though it's spelled differently, you keep the C out of there, so it's Hetko. Austin Dadovsky, looks like it says Zadovsky, but the Z is silent. And then Linus Jastrzynowski, figure it out yourself. Or be of Polish descent. Kevin?
Part of my tribe.
Yes.
I
represent the Eastern Bloc as well, but more of the Slovak side.
I prefer to think of the Prince song. What is it, Alphabet City?
The Prince?
There's the Prince song.
Tornabene comes back to the net, pad save made.
Alphabet something. It's a good song.
I don't know if I know that one. Usually I'm pretty familiar.
Oh, I stumped the jukebox.
Yeah, because I don't know if Prince had a song called Alphabet Soup. What was he, 14?
Not Soup. I think it's Alphabet City. I'm going to look it up.
Okay. I'm going to say, that's probably before when Doves cried.
Coaches almost got caught in the crossfire right there. From that deflection.
Ducking down on the visitors' bench. 3:17 left here in this third period. 5-4. The score as the comeback. Kids in dark, the gold team, rallied from a 3-0 early deficit and a 4-2 second period deficit to make this a 5-4 game here.
No, it's an all-star game. You almost wonder if they're going to pull the goalie here and try and tie it up.
It's a good question. Kevin, would you pull the goalie in an all-star game?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm down to go, sure. Why not?
Noel to the net. Good pad save made there by Tallarico. And we're going to see probably some more forward checking in front. Basola, save made. Lee's looking for 4. Dropping it back. Who's there to defend? Linus Chesanowski. And now up the right side, Powell. Looking for a trailer. Takes to the circle. Powell to the boards. Powell setting it up. Comes over here to Dudovsky at the right point. Dudovsky winds, fires, save made, and the rebound covered up by Gallagher.
I don't get good reception in here.
Yeah, that's been my problem too.
I just think I'm technologically inept, but I'm going to say I have bad reception as well.
We'll say it's both.
You were able to run it down. That's all we needed. Face-off one by Dudovsky. Good centering try. Oh, my goodness. Chesanowski was looking for his 5th, and he shoots up and over the net.
He had far side there. I think his head was down trying to catch the bobbling pucks. Picked it up and just fired over. I think he had far side there. Would have given 5th.
The quintuple.
2:05 left here in this third period. Wineland trying to help get the tying goal. He's had a couple nice assists for the blue team. Dudovsky coming back. Dudovsky goes strong. Backhander fought off by Gallagher. Dudovsky to Chesanowski. Chesanowski looks it over in front to Powell. Big save made by Gallagher again. Keeping them in striking distance is Carter Gallagher. Where's Bruce Willis at?
Full Avonworth line out here, just putting it on right now.
Mushkar through traffic. Redirected on by Dudovsky. Stick save made. Mushkar again shoots. This time it's Powell with the tip. And it's out of play. And tell you what, the goaltender to our right, Carter Gallagher, must feel like he's under siege.
For sure right now. Avonworth, all three of their star players is just pumping pucks on. Gallagher's been there, though. He's been staying strong.
That's a good Yinzer movie, striker distance.
It was?
Braden, he was talking through. He didn't understand you're under siege. You were just trying to make movie references.
That was also not Bruce Willis. I believe that was Steven Seagal.
Yeah, I believe it was Steven Seagal. But he was being professional, and you and me were thinking of movies that you like to slide into the broadcast.
And Prince songs about alphabets.
I believe there's one called Alphabet City. I can't look it up. I'm going to look into this. It's a good song. It's on Prince's greatest hits.
1 minute.
Oh, there you go. Goalie's getting pulled.
So we got the extra attacker on. Klingon-Smith, though, regroups in his own zone. Net empty to our right. Working hard in the right corner there is Jace Renwick. Renwick centers, finds his intended target there. Misses intended target there as it was cut off. And now back the other way. Kunkel to the empty net. Kunkel takes it in and ices it. Blake Kunkel, the ENG, and the lead now 6-4 for the goal team.
Pass went out front from the corner there, and there was just no white jerseys whatsoever, and it just went right on goal's stick.
There's Kunkel doing all he can to get back there. It was Jack Turch, but he couldn't. 6-4 the lead. Down the right side. So this one was more of an all-star game. 10 goals scored in this one.
Yeah, it definitely felt more like an all-star game.
We had 9 in the D2 game, 10 in this one, but the first 1A game was just 5 goals.
Well, we're not going to have overtime, so we're going to stay on schedule, which is important for everyone.
We like on schedule.
Number 17, Blake Kunkel.
Kunkel,
Assisted by number 74.
9 goals, 19 assists, 28 points. Chesanowski gets another assist as the horn sounds. Chesanowski's obviously your player of the game. So if we're giving out our 31 Bar and Grill 3 stars of the game, Linus Chesanowski's your number 1 star. No diggity, no doubt. That was Blackstreet, Kevin, 97. Your second star with the hat trick, of course, Xavier Basola. And your third star for his stellar goaltending play in the opening period from Butler is Harper Slater. We're done, but there's more for you still. Yes, Class AA and AAA coming up. For Braden Crone, for Kevin Zomansky, thank you, fellas. Matt Vandriak, thank you for tuning in and watching. All-Star Sunday continues. Keep it here on 10 Band TV. the day, as Metallica said in 1996. A
Leading
little more
scorer.
recent.
Wasn't he leading scorer in single A this season?
He was.
Yeah, he was.
And he's part of Stellar 6 today, too.
Shot on, save made, rebound, kept this in. Thought it was kept out, but it's not. It's an ace in the hole instead. Ace Klingensmith. John Wineland got the assist. And Jack Turk. So a Mars teammate assist. Wineland from West Allegheny adds. Basola comes back and scores again. One isn't enough. Xavier Basola made sure there was no mistake on that one. Rister through the 5-hole, and it's 2-0 Blue. To the neutral zone, Szymanski gives it away. Here comes Basola looking for the HT. Basola walks in. Basola! Score! Basola is third, and it's safe to say so far Xavier Basola has been half man and half amazing.
That was a great move.
Was down near the locker room whenever I was talking to the coach. We'll get to that in a second as Chesanowski gets a breakaway back the other way. Chesanowski to the backhand! Denial! Seems it had to come. Seven Dust had those lyrics. Andrew Costello has that save.
He had him on the move too. Costello got over and made I think he got a toe save on, and then he had Costello on.
We get a goal from the faceoff. So Costello with all the big saves, and then a clean faceoff win gets past him. And here comes a chance back for Carlson now. Carlson looks at a wrist shot, score! No doubt about it on that one. Cullen Carlson from Westmont Hilltop puts the mesh in motion, and Blue back within a goal.
Pretty sure Carlson.
2 goals against average, .909 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. Wineland back the other way as a man in front. Score! Renwick with the finish, and that play was just 2. Save made, rebound, kept out.
Chesanowski believes it went in. The official was not on the goal line to really.
Right on the line, but.
In the air, though. I wasn't sure in the air if it had crossed.
Walking it out, no doubt about it. Clean face-off win, and Linus Chesanowski rips it home. The goal team back. Szymanski, who lost the timber. And now a chance back the other way, flying. Here's Linus Chesanowski. Tadovsky gets a shot on save. Chesanowski, the rebound. Hat trick, and we're tied. It's our game. And now here comes Griffith back the other way. Seamus Griffith trying to push it back to Basola. Can't get it there. And now back the other way. A break coming. Here comes Tadovsky. Tadovsky to Chesanowski. Score! 4 for 7. Intended target there. Misses intended target there as it was cut off. And now back the other way. Kunkel to the empty net. Kunkel takes it in and ices it. Blake Kunkel, the ENG, and the lead now 6-4 for the goal team.